Welcome back. The Suncoast Pier, built in the early 1900s, will soon be no more.
The Anna Maria Island Pier, tackle shop, and restaurant are all set to be demolished after suffering extensive damage from Hurricane Irma. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates has the latest on what's being done at that iconic site.
Come all this way, 3,500 miles to get clam chowder.
Roy and Jane Ranger took their annual trip to the Suncoast with one thing in mind: clam chowder from the Rob and Reel Pier. That's the name of the restaurant that sits on the historic Anna Maria Island Pier.
The pier is synonymous with the island. It's the #1 attraction, I would think, on the island. And plus, it does the best clam chowder on the island. And that's why I come here every year.
But instead of their usual dining experience, the Rangers were greeted with this pier closure sign. It's the result of the missing wooden planks, sections of roofing, and other extensive damage stemming from Hurricane Irma. But instead of making repairs to the popular tourist attraction, commissioners voted to demolish and rebuild.
We came to the conclusion that we were at a crossroads. We could either patch this pier up and make it last another 15 to 20 years, or we could rebuild it and we could give to those who come after us, our children and our grandchildren, a 100-year pier. Anna Maria Island Mayor Dan Murphy says commissioners unanimously voted in favor of spending $3 to $4 million to tear down and reconstruct a similar pier with the same carbon footprint. But the decision is being met with mixed feelings.
We're all really hoping they're going to keep it, but we're heard they're going to take it down, so there's not much we can do. Just have to look forward to the new one and hope that they get it up as fast as possible.
Well, officials say it'll take about 6 months to get the permit to rebuild this pier and again take it down. They're expecting to literally do a recreation of this within the next year, possibly opening up as early as summer of 2019. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Bobeth. A repair work on another popular pier on the Suncoast that was damaged during Hurricane Irma is moving right along. The lights on the Venice Fishing Pier have been fixed, and you can now visit the pier after dark. The pier has been open during daylight hours only since last Saturday, but more repairs still need to be made. Crews will replace the deck and railing sometime in the spring.
May want to check your mail closely. The Sarasota Police Department says it's investigating 3 incidents of mail theft from drop boxes at post offices throughout the city. Overnight, someone got into the metal boxes and took all the mail inside. The thefts happened at the post offices on Ringling Boulevard, North Beneva Road, and Siesta Drive. Police say if you've lost any or have any mail that's stolen or lost, you should notify the United States Post Office.
Florida lawmakers and law enforcement officers are praising a new state law that cracks down on credit card skimmers. Skimmers are typically installed on gas pumps and are used to steal customers' credit or debit card information. The devices have been discovered across the state and even right here on the Suncoast. State figures show that the number of skimmers found at gas pumps went up 160% in the first 7 months of this year. A new state law makes it illegal to possess skimmer equipment, regardless of what information is stored on the device.
Skimmers have no purpose other than to record and steal fraudulently credit card information, which then is uploaded or used to create false credit cards and steals people's identities.
Beyond gas stations, skimmers can also be discovered at restaurants and other businesses where credit cards regularly leave the site of the rightful cardholder.
All right, let's get a check on our weather today. It kind of warmed up today, not bad on the Suncoast. Let's get more on our weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
It was nice, wasn't it? I tell you, we had temperatures into the mid-50s for the most part. Although if you were close to the water like Anna Maria or even Northwest Bradenton, temperatures there right around 58, 60 degrees. So below average, about 7 degrees below where it normally is for this time of year. And we're looking for warmer weather tomorrow afternoon. It'll still be kind of cool to start the day off on Friday. Right now, 73 degrees. But what makes it feel so nice out there is that dew point temperature. And the dew point really gives you an idea as to how comfortable it is out there. When it's a 40-degree dew point, you can bet that you don't feel much moisture at all in the atmosphere. And the pressure now 30.01 inches. That is high. That continues to rise right now. And temperatures are pretty much settling right now, and we'll start the fall as the sun sets. Right now 74 in Venice. Northport, you're a couple degrees warmer. Bradenton at 74, 74 Mayaca City, Arcadia at 74 degrees. Temperature forecast is calling for lows tonight after into the mid-70s today to drop down into the mid to upper 50s across the region. Now, as far as those dew points go, you can still see 30s, 40s, and 50s across the state. Quite nice. They will be climbing, though, as we head into the weekend as some tropical moisture moves in. Details on all that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. Now to day 4 of the trial against the undocumented immigrant who shot and killed a woman in San Francisco in 2015. Kate Steinle's accused killer claims it was an accident. He now faces a second-degree murder charge. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest on the trial.
This cell phone video shows Jose Inez Garcia Zarrata's arrest in July 2015, just steps away from San Francisco's Pier 14, where Kate Steinle was shot and killed. The defendant pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder, saying he found the gun under a chair on that pier wrapped in a cloth, and when he examined it, it accidentally fired. The bullet ricocheted, hitting Steinle as she walked with her father about 90 feet away.
Looking at how far that is brings us back to the point I just made. You know, the physical evidence really supports the accidental nature of this entire thing.
This police diver taking the stand, talking about finding the gun the following day in the water where Zarrata admits he tossed it.
We're putting this case together brick by brick because we believe that the charge of murder is based on that evidence.
The case reignited a national debate on immigration. Zarrata, a Mexican national in the country illegally, had been deported several times. The jury of 6 men and 6 women told not to focus on that or the politics surrounding the case.
They did talk about not wanting that to color people's thoughts during the case, right? That was not what this case was deciding.
And the trial is expected to continue through early December. Zarrata could face a maximum of life in prison if convicted. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A follow-up on an alleged plot to bomb a South Florida mall. The FBI says there is no evidence that Vincent Adolfo Solano had ties to foreign extremists, despite the fact that he claimed allegiance to the Islamic State group. Solano allegedly plotted with an FBI confidential informant to bomb the busy food court at the Miami area Dolphin Mall. He was arrested last Friday after accepting a fake bomb from undercover agents. Solano now faces life in prison if convicted of attempting to use a weapon of mass destruction.
President Trump is tapping a top Florida lawmaker to join his administration. The president nominating Representative Carlos Trujillo to become ambassador to the Organization of the American States. The Miami Republican and attorney is currently the budget chairman for the Florida House. Trujillo says he does not plan to resign from the Florida House until after he's confirmed by the U.S. Senate. That means he could continue to serve as budget chairman during the upcoming 2018 legislative session.
Florida Power & Light plans to ask customers for more than $1 billion to help cover the costs of restoring electricity after Hurricane Irma. The costs would start showing up on customers' bills in March, just as they get done paying off costs from Hurricane Matthew in 2016. That's if the company's plan is approved by the State Public Service Commission. Under the new proposal, FPL customers would start paying $4 a month in Irma charges starting in March. That monthly amount would then increase to almost $6 in 2019, with storm costs expected to be paid off by the end of 2020.
A new disaster recovery center is now open in Sarasota to help storm victims apply for disaster assistance and get some answers to their recovery questions. The center will be open through Sunday at the Robert L. Taylor Community Complex. That's located on 34th Street in Sarasota. Today through Saturday, the center will be open from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. and Sunday from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m.
If they have applied, follow up with their applications. If they want to update it, check on their status. And also, we have SBA, Small Business Administration representatives here to help people fill out their paperwork if they're applying for an SBA loan or they're following through.
If you're able to, you're encouraged to pre-register online for assistance with FEMA before visiting a disaster recovery center. That way it cuts down on wait times.
The impact that the arts has on our local economy took center stage today at the Inspire Sarasota Luncheon. Leaders in the arts community revealing the results of their economic prosperity study, which shows that art and cultural nonprofit organizations in the area have almost 7,000 full-time employees, and they generate more than $295 million for our area. That's why officials say a thriving art community means big business for the local economy.
Half of the attendees to arts events are from outside the county. We asked those non-local attendees, why are you here? And 76% of those attendees said, we came specifically for this arts event. So when we invest in the arts, it's not a frill, it's an investment in an industry that's bringing people to the community.
The Arts and Cultural Alliance of Sarasota County and the Economic Development Cooperation sponsored that study. The luncheon is part of Inspire Sarasota, which is a 12-day celebration of arts and culture.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, could the way you pay to go to the movies be changing?
The new tactic Regal Cinemas is proposing to fill seats.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 16th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival presented by Publix, Saturday, November 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $199 a month, or get 2.9% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Did you know that Sarasota County was the first in Florida to be recognized as an age-friendly community? Whether you're 22 or 82, we strive to be the best place to live, work, and play. A community rich with opportunities and things to do for people of all ages. On Saturday, October 28th, we're advancing this movement with a free community event featuring live entertainment and hands-on experiences. You won't want to miss our entire community coming together for an age-friendly festival presented by the Patterson Foundation.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Concussions are a critical health problem that impact athletes of all ages. And while concussion recognition and treatment has increased in youth sports in recent years, a new study looks specifically at how concussions impact young hockey players and their long-term brain health. Researchers used MRI scans and found that players who were diagnosed with concussions had brain changes that were still present 3 months later, even after they were cleared to return to the ice. A doctor's advice: err on the side of caution and take plenty of time to recover.
Go through the testing, make sure that you are back to normal, and if there's anything that still feels off, don't return back to play, because this study shows us that the brain is still recovering 3 months out, and it still may have some issues 3 months out.
Doctors hope that this study will open the door to more research that will give experts and athletes more answers on when it's safe to return to sports.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, take a look at the Anna Maria webcam from 11 o'clock this morning, just before noon. Beautiful out there on Anna Maria. Obviously, they're having problems with the City Pier. Love that City Pier with the City Pier restaurant at the end of it. Always go there. And also the little beer stand right there for the fishing. You know, it's usually pretty good. Right up the road, Rod and Reel, not too bad either. Here's a look at what's happening right now. Low temperatures for us tonight will be into the mid to upper 50s, 52 in Northport. 56 Port Charlotte. These are low temperatures that are below average. One more of that, and then we'll warm up, and then we'll cool down once again as another cold front moves through on Sunday. 59 the expected low at Longboat Key, 60 out there in Anna Maria, and 58 in Bradenton. Now, we are anticipating clear skies overnight. No chance for any rainfall through Friday and most of Saturday morning. There's a chance for showers and storms come late Saturday. It looks like the rain chance in the morning for the big walk. Again, making strides against breast cancer walk taking place at Benderson Park. It looks to be okay right now. Slight chance for morning showers. Better chance for some heavier rain late in the day. You can see that front now well down to our south. It's 83. It's clear. It's comfortable. It's nice out there. It's a great evening for a walk or a jog or even a bike ride. Winds are out of the east at 8. The pressure 30.01 inches, so not very windy out there either. And 74 the high, so we were about 10 degrees below average. This morning's low was 56. Reverse these two numbers for an average. Normal low at 65 degrees and 45 the record set back in 1937. No rainfall to report today. We're doing pretty well for the month and well above average for the year at 15 inches plus. Now the forecast tonight, temperatures will drop pretty quickly. By midnight tonight, down into the upper 50s and staying into the mid 50s all the way through about 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock will start to warm up. You'll notice a little bit warmer temperature tomorrow, but still it's going to be comfortable. The dew point temperatures will stay pretty low even throughout the day. The humidity is not going to come back that strong quite yet, but those winds will start to switch more out of the east on Friday and then out of the southeast on Saturday, and that will have a tendency to warm us up. And then here comes the front. Here comes the tropical system. The two shall meet exactly where will depend upon how much rain we're going to get. If it meets a little bit further off to the south and east, that means most of the heavier rain will stay to our south and east, but our rain chances are fairly high and significant late in the day on Saturday and Saturday night. As far as the system goes, it's not that well organized in the Western Caribbean right now. It's so close to land near Nicaragua. There's no real threat of it developing anytime soon, and you can see some shearing going on. Heavy rain now over Jamaica at this point and approaching the eastern portion of Cuba, but for the most part, the storms are staying to the south. It will gradually work its way northward on late Friday and into Saturday, and eventually start to bring some heavy rainfall into Cuba, as well as into the Keys and even South Florida. It looks like come Sunday for the most part, late Saturday night and into Sunday. Water temperatures I mentioned earlier, still 89 right there in the Western Caribbean, just near Nicaragua. Temperatures are much cooler in throughout the Gulf of Mexico. That's good news because that means that storm won't have a big chance of developing into anything too strong. East winds at 10 to 15 knots tomorrow. Seas running 2 to 3 feet with a light chop out there. Water temperature 77. And the tides upcoming. There they are on your screen. Sunset should be a good one, 6:51. Clear, cool, and comfortable tonight. 56 for a low. Tomorrow, looking good. Mostly sunny. A cool start, but a warm finish. Highs in the low 80s. And the extended forecast changes. Back and forth we go. A warm up, 30% on Saturday morning, 70 on Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. Drivers heading northbound are still seeing delays after a crash near State Road 64. We're seeing red all the way past the University Parkway exit, so if you're heading that way to get home, you may want to find an alternative route. And just a reminder, if you want to stay up to date on the latest breaking and local news and see alerts on your phone instantly, make sure to download the ABC7 News app. iPhone and iPad users will need to download the newest update. Just go to the App Store and search for WWSB or My Suncoast. Android users will get that new version downloaded automatically.
A big change to how much money you pay for movies may be on the way. With more than 4 billion movie theater seats going empty each year, Regal Cinemas is looking to bring people back to the big screen. Right now, you pay the same price depending on what movie you see. But what if you paid based on the popularity of the film? Regal Cinemas is partnering with an app company called Atom Tickets to test demand-based pricing in 2018. As for what kind of price changes we might see, well, it's just too soon to say.
Well, the ride-sharing service Uber has a new feature that lets users add up to 3 stops to a trip. Previously, Uber customers had to either change their destination in the middle of a trip or meet up with friends at one place to then catch the same ride. The feature is available worldwide, and most customers should already see it. If you don't, make sure you have the latest update of the app.
I don't use it a lot because I'm driving around here, but when we travel, sometimes it's pretty convenient.
It can be pretty handy as well.
Yeah. Entertainment news is next. Stay with us.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Do you need a good laugh? Starting November 1st at the Players Center, everything that can go wrong does go wrong in the smash hit comedy Moon Over Buffalo. This wild Broadway series production shows what happens both on stage and off. Contact the Players at 365-2494 or at theplayers.org. The show must go on with Moon Over Buffalo.
Actress and political activist Jane Fonda is turning 80 years old, and she's looking to celebrate by raising money for her foundation.
That foundation focuses on teen pregnancy prevention and adolescent health. Her birthday fundraising event called 8 Decades of Jane will recognize Fonda's life achievements, tunes by singer-songwriters James Taylor and Carole King. Each of the 8 courses on the menu will represent a decade of Fonda's life.
Jessica Alba and husband Cash Warren are expecting their first baby boy. The actress announced her pregnancy in July and is now revealing that the baby is a boy. Alba and Warren have 2 daughters, Honor and Haven. The actress most recently appeared as a judge alongside fellow actress Gwyneth Paltrow on the Apple Music summer series Planet of the Apps.
The award-winning Yuletide tale, A Charlie Brown Christmas, is coming to the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall in Sarasota. The performance will happen on Sunday, December 17th, with a special visit from Santa before the show, and then a talk back with the cast after the show. This new touring production of the show features everyone's favorite Peanut pals like Linus, Lucy, Snoopy, Sally, and many more, all led by the lovable Charlie Brown as they discover the true meaning of Christmas. Tickets are on sale now.
This is something you definitely don't want to miss. That sounds great.
That's a good idea to make that. I mean, that's a holiday favorite. You have to. Christmas and Charlie Brown go together. You know? All right, we'll be right back with more news. Stay with us.
The Alfa Romeo Stelvio takes the modern compact luxury crossover and injects it with personality.
Every crossover should be this good to drive.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On Group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these other injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On Group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-604-1698. That's 800-604-1698.